Right, so for this one I'm not trying anything fancy. I'm just gonna play the classics Vengeance Bloodcraft, it's kinda like a modified version. It's not gonna be something that you'll see on Game Press, Shadowverse Game Press, unless you're Japanese, maybe you have another website. But for English speaking people, Shadowverse Game Press is probably where you get all the deck list and everything else. So why am I playing something that you're already so familiar with? Or if you are new to the game, welcome. If not, then why do I want to play Vengeance Bloodcraft? It's been around since Tempest of the Gods. Ever since Belphegor got introduced, it's pretty much on the run. And like somebody took the ball and then just ran with it. And still pretty strong, especially in the last expansion. But I think I just want to play this because it's still in the top tier easily, because Chronogenesis just got released, I believe, 3 to 4 days ago. People are still trying to figure out what is going to be the best deck, especially with the rotation / unlimited new option in the rank system, or like in the playing system right now. People are still trying to figure out what's good and what's not, and it's like that phrase said, where if it's not broken, don't fix it. So I'm just gonna play Vengeance Bloodcraft, and then just to show you how things work. It's nothing new or anything. Didn't really put. I know the current new meta for like Bloodcraft is the German gun, and Nach, I don't know how to pronounce that one, is the new legendary where Lost Words give each leader the ability to deal 1 damage at the end of the turn. So yeah, that just scales really well in stacks. That effect stacks. So yeah, but now, especially because the event is running the treasure chest event, so I think I'm just gonna show you probably like one of the top decks currently still Vengeance Bloodcraft. The one that I've been playing though is Lord Enemy, because I managed to pull the Cerberus. That is probably like the first and only leader / whatever, the special leader from the packs. I didn't pull Daria, I didn't pull Aldous, I didn't pull Albert and Dark General. So, and what is unfortunate is Shadowcraft is my least played craft amongst the 8 right now, right? So amongst the 8 is the least played for me. So yeah, and I think I've said this in the other videos because I haven't uploaded anything to YouTube. But I think you can find it on Twitch, on my Twitch, where I basically just say that why Vengeance Bloodcraft in the previous expansion is so deadly is because of the fact that it comes to a point where you can't really tell whether it's an aggressive Bloodcraft or is it a Vengeance Bloodcraft until you throw down a certain card. It's like playing like poker, right? Like playing poker. Probably you can guess, is this guy only have a street, or does this guy have a street flush? You have the same few cards at the start where it seems like you can go either way, and the threat in a way that you neutralize the threat is really different. When you're playing against aggro, you might wanna subdue it as fast as possible and just weather the storm. But against Vengeance Bloodcraft, especially if you are a fellow Bloodcraft follower, right? I mean player, you do not want to deal damage against the Vengeance Bloodcraft player, because otherwise, then you are doing his job for him. So yeah, that's something that you really gotta watch out for. And up until now, I'm still throwing down Eurus. I threw down Bloodwolf. They are both cards. The 2 cards are staple to every single Bloodcraft deck out there. So it's really confusing. It really throws a curveball. So now, usually you can tell in turn 4. I mean, if you play Hungering Horde, most probably you're gonna play Vengeance Bloodcraft. If you play Disagreeable Demon, probably you are playing Vengeance Bloodcraft. So these are the small detail that you can pick up, and yeah, So now I threw down a Dark General, and what is annoying as well is the fact that nowadays, or more like in the previous expansion, people picked up Dark General into the aggro decks because with the nature of aggro Bloodcraft, it spends a lot of defense, leader's defense. So you're just gonna boil down slowly. You know, from 20 you use Blood Wolf, you played Spiderweb Imp, you played Razor Claw, and then it just goes down. And then you want to attack Fate, so you don't care about the enemy's followers. So the enemy's followers attacked you as well, and as they attacked you, you know, it's pretty much you're gonna enter Vengeance easily. So Dark General in the aggro version is kind of viable as well as a last attempt to dish out that 4 damage. You know, it's better than Implancer, even though Implancer is you know, it doesn't have any requirement in the sense that it has Storm all the way. You don't have to activate it by Vengeance. And I think I might have just made a mistake. I shouldn't have thrown down 2 Spiderweb Imp. But anyway, yeah, so now it's still kind of like the same. I think Vengeance or like aggro Blood, especially in the rotation, they haven't really figured out yet. Maybe in the aggro Bloodcraft, the one that you can see using is that Wolf card, the 3/2/2, basically kind of like a Bloodcraft version of Novice Trooper, right? Yeah, so beyond that, there's not much cards that is kind of like a pivotal card for Vengeance. I mean, you might be able to use the new legendary, the other one, the 9 cost. I haven't pulled that one, so I can't remember the name. But it's interesting. You see some attempt. Oh, I've seen some people trying to go that route alongside Control Blood. You know, the classic Tempest Vampire, and then all the fellow cards. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just if you haven't played in the rotation, probably the only kind of like viable current Haven deck is slightly mid-range, because people will play with I'm just hoping that it doesn't shoot the Tribunal doesn't hit my Dark General, but who knows. Yeah, my luck is really bad in this game, but that's why you don't try to get lucky in this game. But going back to what I was saying, probably you just see people playing Heavenly Knight. I can't remember the full name. It's a Heavenly Knight, and then they will use Summit Temple along with June the Arc. I can't remember the name also. Jin something. Not Dark Jin or something like that. But you don't see aggro Heavencraft as well. And what's quite annoying is the fact that, you know, back then, you know, Storm Haven isn't really what people wanna play. Probably will play Ilyana's Prayer, especially with that. Once you get the right card, you got Beast Call area. And you got Ilyana's Prayer, and then at turn 5 you got Tenko. That's pretty much end of the game, and yeah, I'm gonna have to forfeit this match. So yeah, it isn't doing this deck justice because I wasn't paying attention all the time because I was picking. And what's more annoying is the fact that I'm playing with my phone. Android, hello Android people. Android has this system where you can record your gameplay, but what is annoying is the fact that the mic sensitivity is really high, and that's the reason why probably all my videos, until I, you know, unless this, you know, I wanna put too much money and then it doesn't take off, because I'm soon gonna enter the working force. So I'm just gonna play with whatever, you know, upload it. I think if people get the gist. If you don't like my voice, if you say that shit dude, your audio is really shitty, either fund me or just turn down the volume. I mean, you still can see the match, you can still understand what's going on, you know. But yeah, maybe one of these days I'll just upload a video where I'm not speaking at all, and then you just see my face, and then I'm just gonna keep quiet and I'm just gonna focus on the match. And then occasionally when I want to make a comment, I'm just gonna make a comment, but it's not gonna be anything that will throw me off my game, make me lose my focus. But it's really neat, you know. I'm recording my gameplay. There's the small camera right there for your selfie, right? This is that same camera. Yeah, awesome. Anyway, so one of the biggest changes in this rotation unlimited format is the fact that Roach is not in the rotation. So if you hate playing against Roachcraft like I do, good, hallelujah, God bless you, because this shit is horrible to play against, especially if you're playing Vengeance Bloodcraft, where you basically just lower your HP for them to easily one turn kill you. That's gonna be nasty. But looking, you know, this is a little bit more obvious playing against Forestcraft, because Forestcraft usually, if they throw down a neutral, probably a good 80% you're playing against Beauty and the Beast. I can't say for the lower tier people, because sometimes they just make do with whatever cards they have in their decks, you know. So, but see, Elf Girl Lisa. So now it may not be neutral, because even if you play Goblin, actually you don't really see that in Beauty and the Beast, because Goblin is such a awkward, useless card in the deck. So maybe looking at it, Elf Girl Lisa, Goblin, I think we're looking at aggro Forest. It's not, maybe they put Rhino inside, but the main kind of like attack will be the will be from whatchamacallit, will be from just aggro stuff. So probably gonna play Elf Song, a lot of crazy annoying aggression, and playing against this deck, I think you just gotta hustle through, man. I mean, there's no two ways about it. I'm quite at a tight spot, because you can either play Belphegor and risk getting killed, because what's annoying about fighting against Forest is the fact that they have 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, you know, whereas other crafts, they usually would just have a stronger one and a weaker one, and you can kind of like manage the board. But this is one of those horrible matchups for Vengeance, or maybe I'm just bad, you know, can always go either way. I'm gonna have to go with Elf Girl Lisa is gonna be mine, especially because in my hand I have a Diabolic Drain. I don't wanna have it get neutralized by one Elf Girl Lisa boy. Yep, I mean, I see this coming. Nothing surprising. Elf Song. Watch Elf Song being played right here. Boom. Yeah. So if you are starting, if you're a new player, maybe it's a little bit hard, because you don't really know what kind of cards your opponent has. It might look like the skeleton of a certain deck, but they may not have the whole set of required cards. So it might get slightly trickier for you guys. But it is really crucial to know. I feel like there's no other way but to play this card, because I don't have anything else. I mean, I have Ambling Wraith, but it's just gonna, this is probably the best solution with whatever I have in my hand. Ideally, I would want to have Dark Air Jammer in my hand, because that is one of the nastiest cards that you can get as a Vengeance. It puts so much pressure, it turns the tide suddenly. Suddenly you have from 0 to suddenly 3, and it's disgusting. But yeah, it could be another Elf Song, but it'll be unfair, man. It's like there's another Elf Song. Alright, there's no Elf Song, but my hand's looking, ooh, alright.
It's like gold.
Okay. Arguably, I would kill the Fairy Whisperer, but
Shall I grant your wish?
What do you think I should do? Because they might not have Roach in their hands. Okay, we have quite a few seconds to think about this. I mean, heck, whatever,
How
man.
vulgar. Oh, come on!
Yeah, I mean, he's feeling the pressure if he doesn't destroy any of my cards. There you go. So sometimes you need to. I wasn't paying attention, but usually I would count what is in their hands, just to
Won't
oof.
be long now.
No, he can't kill me this turn.
Elder tree.
Sometimes you have to kind of guess. It's not guess, but kind of need. You kind of it's good. It's a good habit to remember what kind of cards they have in their hands. So especially with Forestcraft, where they have a lot of cards that basically they have to that they get from playing certain cards. Oh shit! Are you serious? Oh, that's really unlucky.
This is my home.
So having one spiderweb in is probably enough to cock block a lot of shit, especially when they don't have evolution point. Oh, and this is a tip: if you're playing against Roach, try to save your ward up until the last few
Let's play.
turns, because once you see about turn 7, that's probably a bad OTK turn for you. So that's when you want to play the wards, and that's why Roach players.
I lost.
That's why the Roach players, they just try to save up their evolution point at least once until the end, just to get rid of wards. Because as annoying, as insignificant as 1-4 is, it's still a ward. Regardless, you have Disagreeable Demon as well. Soul Dealer is in the deck, but Soul Dealer is quite the double-edged sword, and you don't really need that high of an attack. You just want something to basically stuff the attack of roaches, And if this gets caught halfway, because my phone doesn't have space anymore, because I did an opening a few days ago, but then I haven't had the time to upload it. I'm retarded, because I always thought that I had to put it to my Mac. I have a Mac, yes, I have a Mac. I put it to my Mac and then I upload it through my laptop, because I tried it with Twitch. Oh shit, my hair. I tried it with Twitch, and for some reason Twitch doesn't support uploading via phone. So what I was doing, let me check. Okay, it's using Wi-Fi. Yeah, it doesn't support uploading via the Twitch app. And then I just didn't realize that YouTube doesn't function the same way, And yeah, so I'm currently uploading it right now. I don't know whether if I play and then I kind of like minimize it. I don't know whether it's uploading in the background, because I don't see any symbols. The arrow going up, there's nothing. Yeah. So again, if you manage to stay with me all the way through listening to this one, bruh, if my voice is annoying you, cut it down, man. It's just like stuff it down, shut it down. Yeah, because I realize, as fun as it is streaming, I don't really have any viewer, man. Maybe they're like 1 or 2. 2 is like the highest, or maybe 3. That's like the highest count I've gotten from my Twitch. It's pretty fun. Sometimes they talk to you and stuff like that. Yeah, but it is what it is, and like I said, maybe because if it's stream, you have people talking to you and stuff like that. It's a little less boring, and you can kind of talk about anything. I'm a big fan of UFC. If you haven't watched UFC 218, it's Khabib is a monster. Khabib is a monster. Through and through, Khabib is just Khabib Nurmagomedov. If you haven't watched UFC, you're not a fan of UFC, it's alright. But if you're a fan of UFC, dude, leave a comment below. Because I'm a big fan of UFC. I don't know whether I want to use this channel to talk about predictions, because I used to do that as well for my. I have this SoundCloud account because I was just using it to practice my my oral skill, my speaking skill, my verbal skills, and basically what I did was, recorded my prediction, recorded my breakdowns, and regarding UFC 218, I actually had Khabib winning. I had Cyborg winning as the prediction, because a lot of people think that Chris Cyborg is this monster who just only know how to use her brute strength, but that's not the case. She's one of the most, because I thought so as well, that she doesn't have any game at all in terms of technique, and then she's just like this big scary brute. But man, never have I been that wrong in my life, because Chris Cyborg has techniques. I think the fight with Tanya Avenger, or the previous one before that, the way that she picks the shots, the way that she clinches when she needs to, the way she mixes up the combinations, is just pure skills, man. You can't be throwing like just swinging punches and then just not aiming for anything. I mean, I can't really remember what really impressed me, but I just look at it and I'm like, dude, she's not throwing randomly. She's picking her shots carefully and whatever, and it's working, you know. And that's when I know that Holly, yeah, it's just she's not gonna win against Cyborg. That's the feeling I had, and yeah, Cyborg won that. Cyborg won that fight, man. I'm getting excited. It's maybe I shouldn't have evolved that card, but who cares, man? Khabib. Khabib. Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, this is actually pretty disgusting. 3 hell flames. They might wanna evolve, yeah. Because next turn he can kill me if I got nothing defending myself. So it depends on what I pull. I mean, I can still kind of defend. It's not a big deal. Honestly, I might have to take a bet right here, because I really want to save up. I really want to save up my Razor Claw, because if I get another Razor Claw, if I get Dark Channel, if I get Blood Wolf, I will need my Razor Claw right here. So I'm taking kind of like a risk, because I don't know what she or he has in their hands. I don't know what they have in their hands. From the looks of it, nothing much. Okay. I will need Dark General Blood Wolf. Come on, come on, come on. I don't need this shit. Yeah, well, damn. Yeah. I seem to have lost. I really want. You know what? One more match, and this time around I'll just focus on the game, because I really want to show that Vengeance Bloodcraft still works. Because I mean, I have 1,000 points for a reason. Yeah, so Vengeance Bloodcraft. I mean, I was playing Lord Enemy as well. Maybe that's the next video that I'll be doing. But the point of this video is to show you that Vengeance Bloodcraft, if you are a Vengeance Bloodcraft player, it still works. And Soul Dealer is not a must. So, you know, that's not, probably only need 3 legendaries. That's not expensive. You know, you have maybe Emeralda. That's a gold card right there. Diabolic Ring. And that's it. You know, and the rest are pretty much silver and bronze cards and basic cards. Dark General, Blood Wolf, Razor Claw, Scarlet Saber, Dark Hair Charmer, Snarling Chains. Yeah, it's actually a pretty, I would say, affordable deck. If you've been playing for a month, I believe you can build this deck. And yeah, but just now that Hell Song and Dragon, that was really unpredictable. I've never really played against that deck ever in ranked, especially in a higher level. If you don't know, I'm actually Grandmaster. It's just that because of the season reset. Ah shit, I can't press that button. Yeah, I haven't really played against a Hell Song, a Hell Flame, whatever. That deck is really, I dare say, different. Dare I say different?
This is my home. You are my food.
Yeah, and had I just put Hungering Horde right off my ass, if I have top decked a Razoric or Hungering Horde, that would have been enough, and I think he would have forfeited the match. Easy.
Juicy.
And what I did, yeah, that's my lamp right there. That's my lamp.
Juicy. You keep relying on me, dragon.
Be gone.
Ayala. It's been a while. It's been a while since I see that card. But I feel the new card, the 2/2/2, is actually better than this one, because with this Ayla is that you have no choice but to hope that your opponent kills that card. Hope your opponent kill that card, yeah. But with the new one, you basically just ramp wherever the hell you want it to be. So you just evolve that thing and boom, one empty evolution or one empty, one empty play point or right there. Like, it's actually, in my opinion, slightly faster than the traditional way of just Ayla. My goodness. I need to clean my room, man. It's really dusty. And thank goodness you just see kind of like a white background. It looks like my room is clean, but hell no, man. My house. Not my house, just my room. Just clothes everywhere, and for some reason my parents just, more like my mom. My mom will just put all the kind of half useless items in my room. Like, even like, I don't know why they put sanitary pads in my room. Yeah, it's like, cause my sister keeps a lot of shit in her room. My parents actually don't have a lot of things in their room, but for some reason they just decide to put it in mine instead. Like, what the heck?
This is my home. You are my food.
And usually you would want to keep Emeralda till the end, because you would never know whether a Bahamut might be dropped, an Israfil might be dropped. I might just speak of my doom into existence. Like, god damn it, man, this is supposed to be a video, like I said, where I show you that shit. Vengeance Bloodcraft still works. I'm just a bad representative at this right now. Yeah, we have to see what I get in the next few turns, but
Time for fun and games.
yeah, and it's rather unfortunate though, because there's not a lot of like English speaking players, Shadowverse players in the world. A lot of them are Japanese, and yeah, I think this is a relatively new TCG, so it's gonna take time to build, and especially there's already Hearthstone. That's where the English community is leaning towards, right? Because with the shitty Western animations, yes, I said it right there, bitch. Yeah, when I look at, they're gonna chase me with this in the last turn, dude. Shit. Oh well, yep. I didn't do this deck justice. I'm sorry, but I mean, you still can tell that this is pretty much a good deck. Especially, just try to get the chest. Wait until some Japanese genius figure out the meta. Follow that deck. Alright, so just in case you want to see again at the end of this shit. And I probably speak too much, and that's why I'm not concentrating with the matches. It's pretty much the same. Ambling Wraith, Blood Wolf, Furious, Spiderweb Imp. Yep. So I'm surprised that I'm still recording this, that it goes this long. So thank you guys. The next video will probably be Lord Enemy with Skull Ring. And yeah, I'll see you in that one. Bye bye.